What's going on, gang? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, now in today's video, guys, we're going to get right back on this 2012 V.I.P Future Champion. We're going to get this thing a little bit of a makeover. Going to put a brand new cylinder and piston on this thing and give it an oil change. Also, we need to get rid of this old stinky gas, so I got a gallon of ethanol free fuel right here ready for the tank. So okay, gang, I'm gonna stop the jaw jacking. We're gonna get right into this video. Before we get started, gang, I want you guys to go on over to Scooter Army and give that channel a like. It's at Scooter Army. Give that channel a like, guys. Casey over there is very knowledgeable on the GY6 139Q1B, and he also made me a nice banner. So yeah, go give Casey a little love over there on his channel, guys. In the last video, we got this bike running. Really didn't take much. We realized that there was a washer in the wrong spot on inside of the CVT cover here, and it was making a grinding noise. We took that out and basically just cleaned the carburetor and got the bike running, and it's running off that fuel that the previous owner said it's been in there for a while. So we're going to change that out. So what I want to do is I want to put a new cylinder kit on here, just a stock bore. We're not doing a big bore kit. So basically in this video, I'm gonna try to take my time and show you guys how to rebuild and freshen up your engine. So here in the box, gang, I have a brand new standard size. I think it's what, 38 millimeter, I'm not sure. I'll put it right here on the screen. Yeah, brand new piston kit with piston, cylinder, wrist pin, and a ring kit in here, and our base gasket and head gasket. So yeah, gang, when I get a bike to rehab, you know, especially one that I'm going to sell, I like to put a new top end on it. Now we're going to keep the stock head that's on it. We're just going to block off the EGR valve, you know, this small crap here. We'll get rid of these tubes and all that crap, and just basically get this bike a little bit of pep, you know, but keep it stock, keep it standard. It's okay, gang. And then we're gonna do a little bit of paint and body. Now in the last video, gang, I didn't even notice this big old chip was missing. We walked around the bike and I didn't see it. Maybe you guys did, but yeah, I got a way that we're gonna fix this panel. I have some ABS plastic. I think I still have some. Yeah, here we go. I have a sheet of this ABS plastic, guys, and I think what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape behind that, get our shape, you know, of the crack, and come over here and trace it out on our ABS plastic. Then maybe I think I might have to heat this up a little bit to get it to bend to this crack shape. Take our plastic welder little studs, where they're at, right here, our plastic welding gun. Put those little heat staples in there and try to fix this quarter panel, because truthfully, guys, this panel is like 50 bucks on eBay, and ain't nobody got no money for that. So that's what we're going to do. Now we got to get rid of all these VIP stickers, guys. Now these small, the Future Champion stickers, which I already removed most of this one. These stickers are easy to remove. The hard sticker to remove is the VIP, you know, and that one, and the one on the fender here. But yeah, okay, gang, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna show you guys the paint color in a second, you know, once we get the top end finished. So let's get the bike stripped down and get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, gang, got the plastics off the rear end of the bike. Now when we get to these plastics right here, what I'm going to do is what I kind of do with all the bikes. I'm going to take my plastic welder gun, and see that little staple in there? Yeah, we're just going to make this rear end just a one-piece rear end, no more three-piece separation, because it is broke on that one side. So might as well just go ahead and make it a one-piece right now. So all right, got the plastics off. So let's make sure this bike still runs real quick, man, and make sure the battery is still good. Kind of got lucky, man. This bike's been sitting forever and the battery is still good, so saving money. All right, now this thing here, you got to pump about 1,000 times to prime it. Let's see, let's go. Ooh, I think I might have to change the Bendex on that starter too. All right. Now I hadn't cranked this thing in over a week, guys. It's been a week since I've been out here to the shed, so might take a couple tries. There you go. Come on, come on, come on, right. Oh, go. All right, well, she still runs. Now, guys, the oil does need to be changed in this. I checked the oil when I first got it. I don't think I showed on the camera. This oil is like water. See that? It is very thin, so I think it's making it smoke, and we don't know how long they ran it like that, so that's why I'm replacing the cylinder, because I want to sell somebody a good bike. So all right, let's go ahead and let's drain the oil first. We're gonna pull off the carburetor, the valve cover, the head, the plastics, all that. All right, gang, got our oil all dripped out. Now, if you're new to the GY6, guys, you're going to have two drain plugs on your 139 QMB and your 150cc GY6s. Use this a 17 millimeter nut on this side, and on the other side we have a different style. It comes from the bottom. We have this one that comes from right there. So here's the nut, spring, and here's like a little screen. Now, I don't know how this screen actually filters anything out, guys. It's, beyond my knowledge. But I don't think it really does anything, to tell you the truth. But yeah, that's what they have on this side. Now, this side was finger tight, guys. I mean, I put the wrench on it and it was just already loose. So only thing that was keeping the oil in this bike was the spring pressure against it. So that's crazy, man. I mean, wow. Yeah, but looking at this oil, it is amazingly thin, guys. It's like water. There's no viscosity to it. It's just super thin. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and replace the top end. But before we do that, let's run a little compression test on it. I got my compression tester out, guys, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this compression tester is not accurate. Now, it's not accurate because I got the wrong valve core in it. I have the valve core in it. When I mean valve core, let me show you. There's a little valve core like in your tire right there. Now this is the wrong valve core, guys. That valve core is for a tire, a car tire. So I ordered one from Advanced Auto Parts, and it was supposed to be here yesterday. So I just went to go get it, and they told me, oh nope, it won't be in here until the afternoon. So whatevs. Let's just compression test and see what we can get with this one. Like I say, this spring is too stiff, so the compression test is going to be low. So just know that it's probably going to be higher. Now, what I normally get with this one, with engine that's over 120 psi with compression, is like 90. So if we hit 90, we know we're at least 120 over. Now, when you do a compression test, guys, what you want to do is open your carburetor all the way up, or what I do is I just remove the carburetor to do my compression test. So all right, let's see, turn the switch on, hold the brake. Hope I got to do the other side. Hold on. All right, I had to zip tie up the the brake lever on the other side because the brake switch is on that side instead of the front. So okay, bike is on. Let's see what we get. Oh Jesus, it's not even holding pressure anymore. Are you serious? Come on, you gotta work for me one time. Nope, this valve core is no good now. Jesus, I got another compression tester. Let's test that one real quick. Are you serious? All right, let's go to the other Hobo Freight one. This one has the valve core inside of there, and I think this one is no good too. Okay, I got bad luck with Hobo Freight compression testers. I'm telling you, they just don't work for me. Let's get the other tube. Hey, check this out, gang. You see that? That is a spark plug, because on my I lost this tip and I just found it. So in the last compression test I did, I cut the bottom off a spark plug and welded it to a nut. You can see it there, and stuck it into this adapter, which is for a bigger size. So okay, let's see. That's the right tube. Let's just steal this tip off of this sucker. Put it on this bad boy. Oh, will this one not fit this one? Oh, that's crazy. All right, well, I guess we're going to be using my jerry-rigged one. All right, let's get this thing screwed in real quick and see what we got for compression. What is the pisses, the PSIs on this thing? All right, get in there, get in there. Come on, come on. We ain't got all day for this video. All right, that one's in. Let's see what this compression tester do right. Ooh. So we got 30 pisses. So that means it's probably like around 90 or so. So yeah, we know it's got to be anything over 90 psi will run. Maybe not good, but it'll run. You know, you want to be 120 and above for it to run okay. You know, ideal around 180, but all right, let's do it one more time, see what we got. Like 32, 33 pisses, PSI. Okay. Not good, not good at all. All right, let's just take that off and let's get this thing out of here. And let's pull the head, the rest of the plastics, and let's get this cylinder off. All right, got the valve cover off and engine shrouds. So okay gang, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to eliminate on this smog equipment. You see there in the head, there's a little port for a smog port. Basically so this thing can breathe its own farts and it's supposed to be good for the environment and all that. But you know, we're just going to block all of that off, guys. Get a little bit more HP out of this thing. So to do that, what I like to do is I take this tube off, and right here I cut this sucker and I weld it up. But now if you don't have a welder, another thing you can do is you can cut this piece off here and put a little piece of sheet metal or something right over top of the hole, and then bolt this little piece here. You'll just have this flange here, bolt that right back over the hole with like a little piece of sheet metal. I've used a penny before, or in a dime, you know, and just bolt that over the hole and boom, it's blocked. So let's go ahead and take the rest of this smog crap off. Come on the other side so you can see it better. Yeah, all this smog crap needs to come off. Doesn't do nothing but rob your bike of HPs, man. I like to keep on this because I can use these tubes for other things later. So let's see. Now we're going to go ahead and take off the top of the cylinder. So we got to take off the valve, the rockers, our camshaft, and these bolts here. And there's also two 8mm bolts on the side here you got to take off to get the top of your head off. Got our cylinder head off, and doesn't look bad. A little carbon buildup back there, but that's normal. Now I'm looking down inside the cylinder, guys, and I still see cross hatching. So I don't know, man. Do we need to put this bore kit on? Well, yes, we do. I'm gonna put it on anyway, just for peace of mind that I know that I'm selling somebody a good product, you know. So yeah, I mean, but I'm just gonna stick that to the side. Probably order some new piston rings for that piston, but yeah, there's still cross hatching in that cylinder. So cool beans, man. All right, let's go ahead and knock this cylinder off. And what we're going to do with the head, guys, I'm going to knock these valves out. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to lap the valves, and we're just going to do a little porting, you know, open that exhaust up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like there's a lip right here. We're gonna just open this thing up to this full circumference here, and just do a little widening on the intake valve and just lap the valves. That'll just, you know, help the compression. I mean, you know, bump it up with the valves lapped and help this thing breathe and fart better. So, all right, let me stop talking. Let's get this cylinder off real quick. Okay, gang, got the cylinder off. Let me show you real quick. All right, check that out, man. Like I say, I don't know if you guys can see that, but look, there's still some cross hatching in there. Not bad, not bad at all. The piston looks pretty good. There is a little chafing on the top of the piston, probably a little on the bottom too, but that's all normal. But yet and still, this oil, it's really, really thin, no viscosity. Okay, gang, now before you put your bike back together, you want to set your engine at top dead center. See that T there? That little nipple sticking off, that's top dead center. So when you put it all back together, that's going to help you set your valve lash and everything. That's where you got to have it. Now when you put your rockers back on, you want to make sure the E and the X are at the bottom. So just think E for exhaust, you know. So okay, gang, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this piston off and get our new one on, and then we'll go back together. All right, got our piston off, and like I say, it didn't look bad, but I suspect that they didn't change the oil like they should in this bike, because that oil was very, very gross. All right, gang, so when you we're building the top end, you want to make sure your connecting rod here doesn't have play, you know, in and out. You can have a little bit side to side, but in and out is no bueno. So it's good and tight, so we're good to go ahead and put on our new piston. So let me go ahead and break that out. We're gonna put these piston rings on real quick. I'll show you how to do that. Go ahead and get these rings on. Now I'm going to put my oil ring on, the little squiggly ring first. And this is intake side of the piston that always faces up, and this is the exhaust piston relief side, so straight down. So this little gap right here in this ring, I want it facing straight towards the exhaust on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get that one on there first. Okay, now we got the squiggly one on. So what I want to do next, gang, is put on my other two rings for my O-ring. These are those two little thin ones. We have these little thin ones that go around the squiggly one, top and bottom. We have this black one. See this black on the edge? It goes in the middle. And we have another ring that's silver on the edge. It goes on the top. So let's go ahead and get this next one on. Now I want to, since I clocked, well, I'll put the opening of the squiggly ring right down the middle here. I'm going to take the next ring and I'm going to put it on the bottom. But I'm gonna put the gap of this ring, the gap, sort of like that. So you know, kind of like an X pattern on your piston here, and you just want to clock the rings away from each other. So let me go ahead and get that on. Okay, now that our oil ring is on, gang, we want to put our middle ring on, the one that's black on the end. Now we have our gaps for our oil ring is the squiggly one straight down the middle of the exhaust, and then we have one gap here and another gap on this side here, you know, kind of like in this area here. So now our black ring, I want to clock it to the top right, just like so, and then the one that goes on the top, we're going to clock it to the other side, just like so. So that's it, man. You know, oil ring, squiggly oil ring, put the gap in the middle of the squiggly one in the middle, straight down. See those marks on your pistons? You can put it right down in between there. And we have a gap here, and we have a gap for the top oil ring here. The black one that goes in the center, we're going to gap it over about right there from the intake, because you can see it says in right there. So about there. And the other one right there. I mean, that's it. That's how you clock your rings. All right, so let me slam this together and we're gonna get this back on the bike, and then we're gonna go ahead and work on his head a little bit.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, gang, real quick, I'm gonna show you on the old piston how to put your G-clip in. That holds your wrist pin. This is our brand new wrist pin, and here's our brand new G-clip going on the brand new cylinder. So guys, all you want to do is take your wrist, your G-clip, and grab it by the center like that. And now that I'm sitting here recording, it's not going to go in. Oh, there you go. Yeah, stick the tail in first and then just rotate it around. What I like to do, guys, I like to kind of like sit them in just like that. I don't know if you can see that, but see how it's sticking up? I got the other one sticking straight down. Yeah, just rotate them in. There's a little notch for them to sit in. You might can see it better. Yeah, see that little notch in there? Yeah, that's it, guys. Easy peasy. See, I already have this one in. So I'm going to get some assembly lube on this wrist pin and just stick this sucker on in. Got the piston installed. Both G-clips are in with the wrist pin. And let's go ahead and put our lower base gasket on. Pull this thing out the plastic real quick. Make sure you clean your surface for your gasket off real good. I've already done that, so let's go ahead and slide this on. Now you would hate to put this whole thing back together and forget to put this on. Might be a leaky situation, if you know what I mean. Alright, this thing can only go on one way. Let's get the piston in, through, we got timing chain through. Alright, that's on, down. Okay, gang, new piston and cylinder is on. Wipe that dribble off of this sucker. Alright, got a new base gasket, piston rings. Whole cylinder setup is new, except for the head. Now, speaking of the head, let's go ahead and grab the head. And what I'm going to do is take my Dremel and, like I said, just open up the exhaust. And we're going to lap these valves a little bit. So let me grab my tools and let's get started on that. Now, gang, I know I'm skipping over some things. I'm not really being really detailed with this engine stuff because I told you guys before, I'm not an engine guru. Now, if you want to know more about the 139 QMB, you can go over there to @ScooterArmy. Check it out. It's @ScooterArmy on YouTube, and he does a more detailed explanation of all of this. So, like I said, guys, I'm not a guru. I'm really not good at explaining stuff. So, alright, check it out. Now, we're going to take the valves out real quick. You got my tools for taking the valves out. Got this little rubber pad that sits up in there, like so. And this tool here is used to take the keepers out. And your keepers that go around your valves. And this one is used to reinstall them. So basically all you do is get this sucker on here and just pop it. Just like that, and it's off. It was just that easy. Got 2 springs in here. And my keepers are right there in the middle. So we're just going to keep all of that together. Let's do this other side. Ooh, come on, baby. That side's stuck. It don't want to come off. Let me get a little persuasion going on here. We have alright. It's hammer time. There we go. And that side needed a little persuasion. We're right on the seat. There we go. Man, this side does not want to come off. Get off of there. There we go. And one of our little keepers fell over. Should we keep all of this together? Both springs. Alright. Now, here's a little valve seals right here. It's little brown pieces. I don't have any new valve seals, and these don't look like they're leaking, so we're just gonna go back with those. And this is our intake valve, and here's our exhaust valve. Pop those out real quick. Now what I want to do is grab the Dremel. Like I said, I want to open that side up and maybe open up the intake just a little bit, you know. That's all I'm gonna do. Check it out. Open up those ports. Now I'm not polishing it up or none of that. I'm just pretty much port matching, you know what I'm saying. Basically I want to make this gasket here, this black spacer, match the same size as the head. You know, usually they don't. You know, sometimes you can look at these gaskets or the spacer and it's smaller than the opening down there. So basically just making the ports match, opening up that exhaust. You know, like I say, you can go ham on these, and you know, I've heard people say they've gotten really good results from port matching and polishing these 50 heads, but we're not going that deep into this one. Okay, now what I want to do, guys, is go ahead and lap our valves. I got my valve lapping compound, and we're just gonna stick it on the drill here, and we're going to use the drill to do our valve lapping. So which one is it? Smallest one is the exhaust. There we go. Put that sucker back in where it goes. And let's do the exhaust first. Put a little lapping compound on there between the valve and there and the head. Push that down. See if I can get my drill on here. Tighten that sucker up. And we just don't spin it. Move it in and out so it can grab some of that new lapping compound, which I got this down too far. I need to be able to move in and out. Come on, loosen up. There we go. Come on out of there, just a touch. There we go. It's too tight. There we go. Now I can move that valve in and out. Alright, let's check it out. Now gang, what that does is just makes the valve seal a little bit better. You know, like I say, when I get an engine, I just like to lap the valves, you know, port match the heads a little bit, just so they can run best as they can. So let's clean that off. I should have showed you before we did that what it looked like. I already see it on this one, but yeah, you can. There's a nice little line around there, shiny line. That's from the lapping compound. All right, let's look at this one before we do it. You can see that where that line is at. Looks like it was sealing pretty good, you know. Like I said, it could just be wasting my time, but it's worth a peace of mind, right? So let's stick that one in there and do this one, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright gang, well I guess you can see the difference now. Our silver line around our valve tip, focus, was a little thinner at first. Now it's a little wider, so presumably it's sealing better. That's what we're gonna say anyway, right? Alright, I'm gonna clean this head back up, guys, and let's put our valves back in. Alright, looking at the head, I can see where the lapping compound made a difference. So alright gang, let's just go ahead and slap these heads back together.
Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Ben's Hager, smelling like bank. See?
There we have it. Our head is back together. So let's go ahead now and get it put back on the bike. Okay gang, let's set the valve lash real quick. 0.003 is going to be our intake setting, and 0.004 is going to be the exhaust. Now most people just use the skin of a beer can, a pop can, soda can. You know, that usually just works fine. You know, you just got to have a little bit of wiggle in there on top and bottom. So that's what we're going to do. And looking at the plug that came out, we have some off-brand A7TC. Never heard of it, but looking at the tip of the plug, it is not just sooty, it's kind of oily. So yeah, that smoke we had coming out the tailpipe, we had a little bit of blow by from the rings. But all right, let's go ahead and set these valves and continue putting this thing back together. All right, the valves are set. Now guys, what you're looking for is just like a slight magnetic feel when you put your filler gauge in between the 2 points there. You just want to have a slight little magnetic feel, kind of a small little bit of a drag on your filler gauge. So they feel pretty good to me. And the way you know if you got them right, they're quiet. If you got them wrong, they're going to chatter. All right, let's put our valve cover back on. I'm going to go ahead and take this boot off real quick before I do that, because I want to go ahead and slice this pipe. And just for you guys, I'm just going to stick a penny behind it, you know, well, after I slice this tip off, and just seal it up that way. All right, went ahead and bolted our little EGR valve thingy that goes on the bottom of this thing right here. That's what I'm assuming that thing is, a EGR valve like on a car. Okay gang, went ahead and cut that little flange off the tube here. That's going to go back over our little small port right there. Now, I had a heck of a time finding a penny, but I got a dime. So gang, basically all you want to do is put your dime or your penny or a piece of sheet metal on top of the gasket in between these two. Just sandwich them in like that, and when you cinch it down, that'll seal that hole. So let me just go ahead and stick that on real quick and show you. I've done this 1,000 times, guys, and you know, now if you want to go spend like what, 10 bucks for this little block off plate, cool beans. Truthfully, you don't even have to cut it off of here. You can just like loosen this thing up and stick your little penny or a dime in there, and that's that, you know. But if you want to spend the money, cool beans. I'm not that type. So let me get this tightened up, and I'll tune you right back in. Right, there it is there, our 10 cents performance mod. Got it all blocked off, tightened up, and that shouldn't leak. Now, as long as you get the penny or your dime in between the gasket and the top of the metal flange here, it'll seal it real nice. So, cool beans. All right, gang, go ahead and put the engine shrouds back on. Going to clean those up, put our exhaust back on. Now, I completely spazzed out on what time it is because it's dark now. As you can see, it's pitch black dark. I forgot to go get our valve for our compression tester. So I'm going to go ahead and just slam this thing back together tonight, get it back, you know, in one piece. So we can probably start in the morning on the paint and the body. But check this out, gang. Look at that. Look at that wiring harness. Never been molested. Everything still looks really good. Really, really good. You still have all the factory zip ties on it, which I'll probably change out for black zip ties. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, look at that, guys. Just wipe the dust off the frame, and the bike actually looks really good. I like them like this, unmolested. All right, gang, engine's all back together. Got the exhaust, the shrouds, the carb, everything back on. Got an NGK plug in there now. Took out the old one, kept it out. Only had 3 bolts left over, man. Well, that's because we didn't put this little EGR valve thing back on, but yeah. Oh, I drained out the old gas. I got it over there in the gas can. And we went ahead and put in $6 of ethanol free fuel. And that's what $6 get you. Just a little over a gallon. So there we go, man. Let's see. All right, everything looks to be hooked up and correct. Let's try to crank this thing up. Turn everything on. Brakes on, okay. Yeah, it's idle kind of low. Let it warm up and we'll do some tuning on it, but hey, it's running again. Got a little smoke coming out. All right, go ahead and shut it off. Got a little smoke coming out, but that's probably from our assembly lube. But yeah, gang, everything appears to be back to normal, back together, back running. So I guess first thing in the morning, we're gonna come out here and start doing the body work. And got to go ahead and fix this chip. That's the first thing I'm gonna try to tackle. Then we're gonna strip off all of the stickers here and get our paint job laid on and try to get this thing posted on the web so we can get it sold. It's the next morning, so let's go ahead and address this body work real quick and try to get all these stickers off real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this green tape, lay it behind here, trace out the shape real quick, and then pull it off. And we're gonna try to use some old panels from other scooters that I got. I have this one here that's all broken, but it kind of look like it has the right curve, you know what I'm saying, to it, to match that panel, maybe. If not that one, I have another one back here. We'll try that one. So, all right, let's get this tape up here and try to make something happen.
Yeah, yeah. You know I love to see you shine that light. I put that love in every rhyme I write. You and I, we ride side by side, so keep shining, y'all, keep shining. Yeah, you know I love to see you shine that light. Yeah, even when you gotta fight those fights, it's like that struggle make you twice as bright. So keep.
Okay, gang, I got the shape all traced out. Put the tape up there, outlined it with a Sharpie, pulled it off, stuck it to this piece of flaring plastic from a Telltale 50, I think it was. I tried to cut it with my jigsaw there, but I think my 15-year-old battery is like kaput now. And I just took it off charger. That's crazy. So I went ahead and used my angle grinder here and just roughly cut it out. Now I'm going to take the Dremel and just kind of finish it. Now it doesn't have to be exact, just got to fill the space, and I'm going to try to put it up there and see what it do. Well, gang, got our shape cut out and looks pretty good, but we got an issue. Okay, now when I laid the tape back behind here and I drew it out and then I went and laid it on the piece over here that we cut it out of, well, gang, I kind of think I didn't realize it would go back on reverse. So check it out. If I put it the right way, which is the wrong way, we'll see. It's going to work. We're going to fill that space in, but look at it. The curve's the wrong way. But now I see the curve does match. So yeah, let's peel this off, stick it on here, and trace it out again the right way. That's crazy. Okay, gang, got it cut out the right way now. So stick it up there. Fits kind of good. I already had it up here. So just got to do a little more trimming. Now we're going to use the heat staples from the plastic welding gun to lock it into place. But yeah, I got to trim that edge there, kind of make that arch there match. But yeah, fits the curvature. Looks good to me, you know. It's better than using that black ABS plastic I was going to use and having to do all that heating and everything. So let's grab the plastic welding gun and go ahead and put a couple heat staples in there first. Then I'm going to trim that radius right there to make it match.
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose? 'Cause I'm wasting all my time thinking of the things we could do. If you gave
Panel is there. It's on. Just gonna knock these little nubs off real quick, and then get to trimming a little bit. Check it out. Got all the little nubs from the plastic welder staples knocked down. Now the ideal way to do this in perfect circumstances would be to do it from the inside, but guys, this panel is really dry rotted, and I don't feel like taking it off and run the risk of breaking any tabs on it. So we just did it from the outside, ran my grinder over it, knocked it down good as I can, well, good as I wanted to. You know, we're not going full ham on this thing, but yeah, looks good. I mean, shoot, that panel, the curve matches in that piece, so cool beans. All right, now we're going to take some of this plastic bonder. This is the black plastic bonder. They also have a clear and a white, but the black is like the black zip tie. You know, those white zip ties, they dry rot, they break, and the black zip ties are pretty much permanent. So yeah, this stuff is pretty good. Knock the dust off. I'll use a piece of this ABS plastic that I was going to use for a mixing board. So let's get a little bit there. Well, I'm actually going to use a lot of it. There's not much in here, so we might as well just use it all, right? Let's put it all there. This stuff is old, man. It's been laying in the back of my tailbed of my truck for Lord knows how long. All right, get our mixing board out. And we're going to start mixing it up. So let's get the smaller one here. And let's just mix this up. Kind of doing it just like Bondo, guys, just like Bondo. Mix it up good and thorough, fold it on top of itself. And this is definitely plastic Bondo, plastic bonder, because it wants to stick. All right, let's just roll it on. All right, get a little bit more over here in this corner. Look, I put way too much, but hey, gotta say, I need to get a new one anyway. So let's, I don't know, is my camera right? What can you guys see? I don't think you can see it. Yeah, I should have did this in 2 layers. Let this first layer dry. But I do have another tube somewhere. So, oh well. Get all the stuff scraped up off our board and into one section, because we want to be able to use this board for something else later. There we go. Ooh, dripping all over my tape. Dang it. Let's just try to get one more layer on here. If I go too deep, it's going to run. So, yep, should have done it in 2 layers, but oh well. Main goal is to make it look better than it did. All right, gang. Well, I guess I'm going to scrape this off my board. We're going to let that dry for a bit. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and start removing the stickers and doing all of my sanding. So, yeah. All right, tune you back in a sec. Okay, gang, check it out. Got the bike outside. We got to let this epoxy catch a little sun, man. It's pretty dry, but it's still a little malleable. So let's get that time to cue up and dry. I went ahead and sanded the bike down and did a little taping. I'm not going to take this bike apart like I do all the rest of them, simply because the panels are dry. I mean, very dry. Those tabs on the end where the screw mounts are at, they break really easy. So we don't want to screw the bike up. It looks pretty good the way it is, but yeah, check it out. I went ahead and put my plastic weld staples in the back here on both panels. I have some clear plastic bonder epoxy over these sections here, so when we sand it all down and paint it, all of this is going to be smooth. Went in and fixed that crack that was there too. So yeah, gang, this bike totally could have been done right now at this point, but I decided to take a 12-hour nap yesterday. Been spreading myself kind of thin with all the projects and side jobs, so sometimes you just gotta stop, man. But okay, we'll be back out here tomorrow and get this thing sanded down and probably get the seat covered too. All right, gang, it's the next morning. Come back out here to the bikes. I had to push everything in last night because there was a storm coming in, and it didn't do nothing. So I pushed everything in for nothing. Yeah, yesterday before I pushed the bikes in, I went ahead and sanded the first layer. You can see the first layer there. This stuff sands really good, man. It sands just like Bondo, and it's, you know, feels just like plastic, hence the name Plastic Bonder. But yeah, I sanded the first layer down, and I added another coat on top to kind of just fill any little low spots or divots. Now this hasn't dried too well because it got extremely cold last night, you know, for the desert. And the way you can tell it's not really dry is because I can push my fingernail in it and it leaves a mark. So when you can put your fingernail in this stuff and it doesn't leave a mark, you know it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back outside and let it sit in direct sunlight, and hopefully it cues enough for me to go ahead and sand it before I got to jet out of here. All right, it's the next morning. Please ignore my backup dancers in the trees, aka the birds. Okay, I came out here this morning and I sanded down the second layer of the plastic bonder, the JBL plastic bonder, that stuff there. And I put a thin coat of glazing putty on top of that. What the glazing putty does is it fills in all of the scratches from the DA. Went ahead and sanded down the back piece too. Put a little glazing putty back here. Really not too concerned with the back area because there really wasn't a lot to fill in. You know, the epoxy kind of filled everything in. It was already kind of just flat. I just had a little extra glazing putty on my my spreader, so I just spreaded it out. Same with that spot. So I guess I'm gonna let this bake in the sun again for another 24, and I'll come out here in the morning and just wet sand that stuff off, and we should be ready for primer. Guys, it is 2 days later. I got busy with a customer, and same said customer is going to be here in 15 minutes. So let's see if we can get some paint on the bike before he shows up. All right, so I finished the sanding the other day, and I don't know if I said this in the last clip or not, but sanded the red putty down. It's not perfect. There's still a little low spot right there, and a little imperfections in around here, but you know what? We ain't worried about it. It's a $500 bike, so it is what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead, and blow it off, wipe it down again, and make sure my tape is all stuck down, because this is that cheap frog tape from Walmart. Yeah, see, it likes to peel up if you don't get right on it. So if you do use that frog tape from Walmart and you don't start painting right away, make sure you go down and press on your edges, because it will come back up. Yeah, see, it's all down. All right, gang, let me get this on and I'm gonna start spraying.
Trying to see me fall, fishing for my power like they gotta have it all. Try to wrap my head around but seem to hit a wall. If I really need protection, all I gotta do is call. I see these poppers trying to take me to the ball. Wouldn't it be proper if I told them all to brawl? Then peace with my king, like no time for y'all. They wanna learn to run before they even try to crawl. Can't even fathom what it's like to manifest. They've been distracted by the glamour from the power in their chest. If they listen for a second, they'd see this is just a test. The more I breathe it out, the more I see where I'm blessed. Invest in the source, it's the cause of the rest. Learn the secret in my sleeps, not to seek but expect. I am.
Check it out, just put my last coat of paint on it. You can see me in it now. That thing is glossy. And I'm telling you, them Rust-Oleum paint jobs be coming out really, really nice. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let this sit out here and bake overnight. Well, for the rest of the day. Come out here first thing in the morning and start the satisfying part of the whole painting process, and that's peeling the tape back. But yeah, let's get this paint some time to just completely cue up. All right, let's go ahead and get this tape off now. Gonna start with the front and work our way to the back. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and peel all this off on camera, guys. I'm gonna peel a couple pieces so we can see kind of what it's gonna look like, and then we'll do a little time lapse. All right, get our light uncovered on one of them. I just basically want to see that I do a good job taping, and Looks like I did a really okay job. All right, get this one off. Yeah, did okay. A little right there. It's all good. Now, I don't know if you guys can see in the time lapse, but I forgot to do this master cylinder. I had to stop paint right here and then cover the rest of it. Excuse you up there in the pole. Could you please calm down? I guess that's a no. Anyway, again, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and go into a time lapse and strip this thing down.
Moving on, move out the way, gotta get them going. Body slim thick, can't put it on. It's your loss, still putting on. Still putting on for the things that you didn't. Still making moves like you wish you could diss me. Still blow a bag and caught me a Bentley. Know you regretting the way that you did me. Life is so sweet though. Life is like candy. He wanna grab me, but he can't have me. Got me your city though. Don't want you back, I'm making you stand on that. It's cool how you gave it up. He do it big, I do it bigger. Slide in the lamb just to make him sicker. Don't want no goofy, I'm out the picture. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. The truth hurts before it heals, my love. And I ain't stressing, I'm gon' heal in love. Go our separate ways and that's okay. No one do it like I do it. No one do you like I do. He thought it was check his chest. Hope you know that I wish you the best. Don't be surprised when I'm better off. Thought that I was less, gotta show it off. Show you all the things, though you missed out. Life's a lot better, I ain't missed out. Pull up my mentions, I ain't missing you. Love you, I ain't dissing you. Slide around in that Bendy coupe. I'm okay, beating all the odds on a rainy day. You can keep the bags, I'm done.
Well, if I do say so myself, y'all, this bike came out really good, man. Okay, now it's time to show you guys why I chose the color brown. All right, so without further ado, check it out. It is the V.I.P. Oh man, hey, whoever gave me that idea on Facebook, shout out to you, man. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll make it official. Yo, Casey over there, Scooter Army, check it out, man. You see what I want? I want me some VIPOS stickers. Yeah, now I don't know, the brown is kind of blending in a little too well. You kind of can hardly see it, but yeah, I am digging that, y'all. Let me pull this thing in the sun just a little bit more. All right, this thing doesn't have a side kickstand. We're gonna have to put one on it. But yeah, check that out, man. Is that not hilarious? Very important piece OS. Oh man, okay gang. Well, these letters here are mailbox letters. I had to cut the white out from around the letters. Now if I'd have thought about it, I would have hit up Casey over there at Scooter Army. That's at Scooter Army. Hey, check this out. I want you guys to go over to at Scooter Army and comment on every video of his. He makes custom stickers and t-shirts, so go blow him up, get you some merch from over there, okay? Yeah, again, but what do you think, man? Let me know. Is that not hilarious? Okay, man, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting out the other letters. We still have to cover the seat. The seat's sitting there, so I'm gonna attempt to cover this. I really don't have good luck recovering VIP seats, man, mainly because of the contour shape of the front here. But I think my problem was I'm starting in the back and working my way to the front. So this time I'm gonna cut the fabric, pretty much the shape of the seat, and I'm gonna start from the front and work my way to the back, and hopefully I can finally get a VIP seat covered nicely. This is not bad, but it's not good either. So okay gang, I'll tap you back in a minute. All right y'all, the bike is pretty much done. I made some changes. Instead of these mailbox letters here with the white around them that I had to cut out, I went back to Walmart for something completely unrelated, and I found these sitting right beside these. So if I'd looked a little bit better, I would have saw them and wouldn't have wasted the time that I wasted yesterday. Also, I cannot find the rest of my marine material, you know, this stretchy stuff right here that I use for seat covers. you know, to rewrap my seats. So we're just gonna have to rock the seat in this condition. So right now I'm just waiting on Amazon for 2 more parts, and the bike is 100% done, but I'm just gonna go ahead and slap the seat back on right now. Amazon got here super late last night, but okay, the bike is done. Let's go take the V.I.P OS out on its first run ever on the channel and see how it runs. Out here in the testing alley. Let's see how this thing runs. That's not good. Alright gang, well check out the bike. It's done. Like I said guys, I changed out the lettering on the side. Look at it. What you think about that? Does that not look a little better? Those letters there where I didn't have to cut them out. But yeah, we got the V.I.P OS, man. It's all done. I got the turn that off. Got the new air filter in there, and I got that off Amazon. I think it was like $9, and put that on. Got all our stickers from Amazon too, so yeah, you can find all this crap on Amazon. But yeah, now you see guys how it's spaced, the words on this side right there. That looks a little better, right? That's what I should have did over here on this side, but you guys know me. It is what it be now. It's on the bike. See, this is kind of far back. It should have been a little bit more that way. It is what it is. It's on the bike now. Yeah guys, check it out, man. I don't know who's gonna buy this or who would want to own a V.I.P OS, but hey, we're gonna throw it online and see what it does. You know, I think somebody might find it as hilarious as I do. But yeah man, it came out really nice. Painted our grill black, which was already black, but we went ahead and put that back on because this is kind of rare out here in the desert. These things dry rot and they fall apart and people just take them off. So yeah, we'll just put it back together the way it was, and I think it came out great guys. Yeah, I went ahead and took a little bit of wax and polished our speedo. So you know, it's starting to fog back out a little bit, but I think if I wax it a couple more times, it'll come back. Now this thing says it has 4,500 kilometers on it. We know these speedos are not correct, so it's probably way less than that. You know, kilometers is about a little less than half of mileage, so it's like 2,000 something, and with it not being accurate, it's probably even way less than that. But yeah, we went ahead and put another kit on it because the thing was had blow by. It was just smoking out the tailpipe. You know, plug was oily, inside the head was oily. But yeah gang, oh that's it man. Drop it in the comments, tell me what you think about this bike, man. I mean, was it worth changing the color? I think it did. I think it was. But okay gang, don't forget, buy some crap and drag it home and fix it. All right, that's the scooter rehab way. Buying crap and fixing it. All right, I'll see you gang on the next one. Don't forget to join the scooter rehab Facebook group, and I'll see you guys in the next video.